drastic changes. Shoot, I can still see me. Appreciate you hitting the like button. What's up? Good morning. Hope you're well. Let me close my door real quick. Everyone's still sleeping, so I don't want to wake them up. Let me connect the microphone, and then that way I can whisper. Hey, bud. Hope this thing don't cut out on me. There you go. All right. Hear me? Say what's up in the chat if you can hear me. Give me a thumbs up or something. Let me know you can hear me all right, because I'm checking out a microphone. It may or may not be working right now. All alive. For a slice of the devil's pie. I don't give a fuck. I ain't going out. Check. We on? All right, amiibo. Let's move you down. A slice of the devil's pie. All alive. I don't give a fuck. I ain't going out. I like the idea of this being an amiibo shelf. Let's snatch all these down from here. Without a slice of the devil's pie, all alive. Slice of the devil's pie. Never enough tech. What's up? Hope all is well. Can you hear me good? Well, everything all right? This may or may not be what we do with this. It's all about the aesthetic. We might have to change this up. But I do want to keep this so I can stash some trade games in here too. Appreciate it. Thank you. Damn, is that really all the amiibo that we have? I gotta take these hoes out the boxes. I get no real rhythm in there. Like that. There we go. Damn. Mario. Diamond. There we go. That's better. What's up, y'all? Good morning. I did something crazy in this game room. I got 70 games. Let me show them to you real quick. 72 that I took from here. If you're new, it's a little different. Excuse the swinging, but all of the Switch games were on the very top, followed by a row of PS5 and then rows of PS4. I wanted to switch it up. I wanted the Switch games to be at the level of my youngest so that she can see them, grab one, play it, whatever. She doesn't really play PlayStation games, Astrobot, but that's it. But, Switch games is something that she plays pretty often. So I want her to be able to say, hey, I want to play a game, go get a game and play it. So to do that, I had to make space on this shelf. The goal was 51 games that I wanted to um, take down from here. I ended up going with 71, 72. Check them out. Look, all these games here are all games that I'm going to get rid of, sell, trade. I'm not exactly sure what or how as of yet. I have a couple ideas, but 72 PS4 games that are going to be no longer a part of the collection. It was a long day yesterday getting that done. You wouldn't believe how much time it took me to complete that. Like hours. I mean, I had to stop and start again, of course, but going back and forth about which games to keep and which ones to get rid of is not an easy task. So that's why my question is to you all: do you have too many games? Seems like a pretty straightforward question, but when you think about it, you might really start questioning, one, do I have too many games? Or maybe you question, who the hell is this guy questioning me about my games? Either way, take the poll right here and let me know if you have too many games in your collection. Love my kids. Shout out to you. I love my kids too. You try to sell the PS4 and some games. Um, Probably the games. Not selling my PS4 though. The only PS4 I have currently is my PS4 Pro, Spider Man, and that's one that I will hold on to and cherish for a very, very long time. But the PS4 games, yeah, I'm trying to get those up out of here. I do have them listed on Facebook, uh, but I need to update the listing. When I originally put the listing up, it was for about 30 games, I think like 34. So I need to update it with the rest of them here too. And they're not like some lazy titles either, if I'm being honest with you. There's some bangers. Looking at it from here, I see Devil May Cry 5, Metal Gear Solid 5, Last of Us Remastered, Last of Us Part 2. What else is up there? Doom Eternal, Fallout 4, Fallout 76. So they're not all slouches. Um, Dying Light. There's like 4 different Dying Light games up there. Dying Light 2, whole Dying Light saga. Greedfall is up there. No Man's Sky, Grand Theft Auto, The Collection is up there. What else? Saints Row, Rayman, Need for Speed. There's 3 Need for Speeds up there. Crash Bandicoot, Batman, Arkham, Knight, Elder Scrolls, Dead Island Definitive Edition. It's actually a collection of a few Dead Island games. It looks like Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. There's an Aliens game, Just Dance. Bro, there's a bunch. Civilization 6. Anything else up there that's a banger that I might need to call out that I'm not seeing? There's a few. There's like a bunch of Mortal Kombat's up there, AEW, Evil Dead. A bunch of the games have PS5 upgrades available, so not like, you know, crap. Just just me making the decision that I'm gonna get these out of here and change up the space a little bit. What? Anyway. So yeah, that's this is always fun for me. Anytime I have the urge to purge in the game room, because it leads me to a space of what's next. And I'm always really big on trying to figure out what the next thing will be for this room. Um, as I settle into different things, like, hey, I'm gonna collect PS4, PS5, and Switch. Now I'm like, I'm okay on PS4. I got a few of them. I'm all right. So now it's going to be like, what's this Switch stuff going to turn into? What am I going to turn these 72 games into? All of that's going to be fun. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell for notifications, because you know I'm going to record whatever happens with this stuff, and I'll be sure to post it. So make sure if you're not subscribed already that you do so. And I'm also on TikTok at Buttons and Beans Gaming. If you haven't subscribed or checked me out over there, um, check that out too. IG at Buttons and Beans Gaming everywhere. Appreciate y'all hitting the like button. I appreciate y'all saying what's up in the chat and all of that. About time for my science project, but my beaker has water in it. Can't have that. Not in the name of science. I do have Twitch. I do. Buttons and Beans on Twitch. There's like a sign back here with all my different handles. Can you see that? Oh, it's flipped. But yeah, Buttons and Beans on Twitch. Buttons and Beans Gaming on TikTok, everywhere else. And I do need to figure out Twitch. I don't use it nearly enough. Discord. On Discord too, Buttons and Beans Gaming. That one is something we use pretty regularly. As I say that, I haven't checked it in a minute. But really cool community of people over on the Discord, sharing new pickups, games that we're all playing, things to be on the lookout for. All that's happening on the Discord too. Valiant J was good. It's been a little minute. I haven't seen you in a little minute. Hope you're well. Hope you are well. Trying to get everybody to subscribe, check out the game hunting playlist, Valiant J. Vouch for me, man. Let them know that it's worth it. It's worth the time. Got some good stuff on the play hunting game list. Got some funny stuff on the shorts. Just me chopping it up with y'all, man. Talking games. Every now and again, we'll talk life. Every day I'm on here, we'll get a troll or two. Sometimes we acknowledge them. Sometimes we don't. But all the time, it's in good spirits and from a place of positivity. Good morning to y'all, by the way. Got to work on my science project. See, yeah, it's been a minute, man. I'm doing well. Thank you. All is well. It's about that time of year, man. Holiday season. Shit is cracking. Things are busy. But all is well. Everybody's doing well. So I'm happy. Health is wealth and all of that. Whew. So yeah, man, we took 72 games. Like this, if you can recall, from here to here, this first row up was the switch stuff. And really, the only person who could see the switch stuff was me. So we switched, and all this down here, this first row, actually this right here was PS5. And here down, all the way to this bottom, I had another shelf here that I've removed. You can see here, there's no shelf here. But all that was PS4. I like this setup. I like this setup a lot. Because this puts it at a level where everyone can see it. My daughters can see it. My youngest can see it. She can come in here and grab a game, start playing. She's not really playing a PS4 game. She can grab a Switch game, throw it in her Switch, and go to it. It does leave a very strange gap right here with this setup, and I was thinking I'll just use it for amiibos and figures and things like that. And for something like this, where we have some games that are doubles that I'd likely, I'm looking to either sell or trade or whatever, I'll just stash them. If you can see, I'll stash them like right here next to Bowser. So I know that these games are up for sale or trade. But I just don't know if I love the aesthetic of it. And all of this is temporary. It's not even that major because this is going to end up being out of here. The hope and goal beginning of the year is that we'll get this whole thing, this bookcase out of here and do something different with how these games are displayed. But in the meantime, my OCD kicked in. I had to clear some stuff out and I'm happy about it. Curtis, get a job, bruh. Okay. Like another one? like another job. I mean, I'm just saying. I have a very nice job that I enjoy. I get to help people all the time, and it's nice. This is not a job. This is a hobby. I don't make any money doing this. Um, if you want to kick in, by all means, guys, hit the like button, subscribe, watch the views, and all of that, because all those plays, thumbs up, it helps the algorithm. And maybe one day this will be my job, but until then, um, this is my job. Excuse me, I have a job. This is my hobby. The fun thing about my hobby is it doesn't really require a lot of money from my job to support it, because I typically support it with stuff like these 72 games over here that I'm going to trade or sell or whatever. So I can keep my money from my job to, do adult stuff. And this I can continue to do because I'm that damn good, Curtis Knight. this is this is a fun hobby. Thank you, Rico. Appreciate it, Rico Ramos. Shout out to you. It's a cool setup. It's not my final form. We have some other things we want to change up and do around here. So eventually we'll get there. We'll get there. Curtis Knight said, "Got him." Is it because I replied? I mean, I don't know if you got me, but that's why I'm here, man. I'm here to chop it up with y'all. So if that makes you feel, you know what I'm saying, you were successful, cool. But if that's the case, Curtis, everybody else in here got me too, because I have literally replied to every comment to this point. Just saying. I'm just saying. The funnest thing about cleaning out stuff is finding other stuff that you forgot about. This, I don't even remember what's in here, but we're about to find out together. Damn. All right. Oh shit. It's a DS. I think this is the one my daughter was using. Does it still work? Oh, yeah, still got a charge and everything. Look at that. Very sick. The Sims 2. Whoa. Does this have an SD card? It's been so long since I used one of these. I wouldn't even know where an SD card on this thing would go if I don't think there's a slot for an SD card on here. Yeah, nah. Damn. There's no SD card slot. Still very nice. Very nice. What else is in here? A couple of Sims games. The Herbs. Oh, it's Sims Mania in this thing. It has the Sims 2 in here. Nier is going, man. Sims 2 Castaway. I actually just took it out recently to play a little bit of Alan Wake. That's good. It's kicking my ass, if I'm being honest with you. I kept getting smacked by something. And ultimately I said, all right, let me take a break. So that was on I think that was on Friday. Played a little bit of Alan Wake on Saturday. Damn, excuse me, y'all. I just recognized I had this mic on. I'm over here hitting my inhaler, coughing all in your ear. My bad. This is why you don't smoke, kids. But yeah, the turned it off to play a little bit of Alan Wake. So I'm about 8 hours into Nier. When I looked at it, it says 7 hours and 54 minutes. I wouldn't be surprised if at least 2 of those hours is just like the game being paused and me doing something else. As for Alan Wake, um, not very deep into that either. I just got off of the ferry, where he's going on vacation with, I'm assuming, his wife. He's picking up a key, and now I'm running around looking for a generator with these dudes trying to slash me with some hooks. So I'm only about 2 hours in Alan Wake. It might not even be 2 hours. It might be like an hour, but I love my kids. It's pretty good so far. I'm not a horror guy. I don't like horror games. So running around with that flashlight shining on shit, I'm just not a horror guy. So we're going to do our best to play through it, but I'm just not that. It's just don't do it typically. But we'll manage. Oh, you playing? Yeah, you playing that too, Violent J? Listen, bro. I love the game, but man, it is beating my ass, bro. If I take one hit from something, maybe I'll be okay. But I'll have about that much health bar left. Dog, you stink. Did you fart, Bo? You stink, bud. You okay? All right. My dog is looking at me like, bro, don't kick me out. Okay. But you stink, my guy. Stop blowing ass in here. Dead Space or RE4. Yo, most horror media I'm not into as well. That's a good point. Media. I'd say that because I don't really mess with movies like that anymore either. When I was younger, loved them. Used to watch all of them. As a kid, I can still remember like the most violent nightmare that I had as a child with Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, and Chucky and Leather. Like everybody was chasing me, and I ended up in a wrestling ring somehow. I'm running down the street, and all of a sudden, I'm in a wrestling ring in the middle of this ring, and all these horror things were around me, and I'm just like, well, what the fuck? I was like 6 when all this happened. So yeah, after that, I'm like, fuck horror. So I've watched a few movies and things like that, but um, even would go to Halloween Horror Nights, Universal, Knots all the time. But the games I just do not mess with. And I have all these RE games. I moved them. I was so debating getting rid of them. But I have Resident Evil 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. We had Village. We got rid of Village on the PS5. I almost got rid of all of those. It was easy for me to get rid of all the Dying Light, which I think is horror. It said horror survival. It was easy for me to get rid of Dead by Daylight. Basically, anything that had the word dead in it is probably over here, like ready to be sold. The last and only horror game that I can remember playing all the way through is Still Wakes the Deep, which was really not that bad. You don't shoot anything. You're just running. You're just running scared. But this was a horror game, but it really wasn't too terrible, at least for me. I was able to get through it without thinking, like, man, fuck this. I play Resident Evil and I think, man, fuck this. I'm not playing this shit. This shit is, is scaring the hell out of me. Can I play this RE4? Can I play this one? Or do I need to get like the newest RE4? And can I just play this one or do I need to play a Resident Evil before it? The reason why I kept these Resident Evils is because I figured one day this is a big chunk of um, media, like a big chunk of the franchise. And I didn't want to just throw away all of that Resident Evil right now. Thank y'all for hitting the like button. Thank y'all for subscribing if you haven't already. Following on TikTok, we're over there too, at Buttons and Beans Gaming. Check out the playlist with all of the shorts and game hunting videos and all that. This is like my interruption. It's like my commercial break to remind y'all to subscribe, share, like, follow, share again. Somebody else is going to watch this or want to see this because I think I'm a nice guy. I think I'm pretty cool to hang out with. Um, I hang out with myself all the time in my head, and that's what I tell myself. Oh, you're a nice guy, and I say, well, thank you. But yeah, the RE4 and Resident Evil in general, I just don't typically play, but one day I know I will, and I'll record it. Somebody who doesn't play Resident Evil horror games playing Resident Evil, I'm sure that'll be fun. that smoke is obviously impacting me. Like, it's messing with my lungs. Thank you for hitting the like button, bro. I'm gonna do it one more time just to make sure that everything's okay inside. Do it one more time. Outlast was a no-go. That shit is too scary. I don't have that, nor have I heard of that. Um, yeah, man. Them horror games, it's like, bro, what's the point? Listen, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I grew up in LA. LA looking like this in the 90s, 2000s, California, Southern California. Damn. That's scary enough, is what I was gonna say. It's a tough job getting up, going out the door, and daily. I don't need to come home and be terrified with I'm sorry, yeah. I'm so sorry. With stuff jumping out at me. Yeah. I'm trying to get it together. I'm trying to get it together. It's science though. It's all for science. I'm doing it all for science. I don't do this for me. Um, everything I do is for the benefit of, you know, everyone. So this is all science that I'm doing. Fungi 420 said COVID. No, it's it's the part of your name after the little line. It's the 420 part that's causing the coughing, not the COVID. Or maybe it's a little shot of COVID in there, a little splash. Who knows? A little sprinkle. My favorite game, Nicholas Silverstone. Here's the thing. That's a great question. I'm gonna share that answer with you. First, I need some oxygen. Hold on. 1 second. Don't leave. I'm gonna tell you what my favorite game is. Here's the short answer. There's like too many. I'll pick a few of them though. But here's the thing: when I show you these games, you gotta hit the like button. If you're not already subscribed, you gotta subscribe. Well, here's the thing: if my favorite game is something that you haven't played, hit the like button. All right. If one of my favorite games is something that you have played, uh, hit the follow button. If my favorite game is something that you never heard of, somebody hit the like. I appreciate it. If you never heard of it, then you gotta hit the like and the follow. All right, I'm gonna give you three. This is my go-to, my security blanket, my warm, cozy. Eh. These two are my go-to security blankets. My warm, cozy, fuzzy. I just can get lost in these. I have never played the expansion on this one, but this one I have. So these are my warm and fuzzies. My daughter is calling me. Let me go see what she wants. For the Switch, one that is one of my favorites is my friend Pedro. Because again, completely unexpected. I didn't know anything about this when I found it at the pawn shop, but this one is a banger. If you haven't played this one, I think you're gonna love it. Try this one out. Y'all hang tight for 2 seconds, because I got two more games to show you. But Bean is calling me. I'll be right back. Don't leave, bro. It's Monday. You ain't got shit to do. You ain't got shit to do. Just stay right there. get mommy's phone?
I just texted you.
You want to go grab her phone? I don't know what you're going to use. Because I'm using mine. Oh, it's a little cold in here. Nah, you can't. It's going to be too loud, baby. I'm going to close the window. All right, y'all. We back. Come on. Sit right there, okay, my love? Hello. Cyberpunk, really. Gotta play Cyberpunk. So solid. Great game. Story's amazing. There's a lot of lore, a lot of history in there. I mean, history, but a lot of story in there. If you take the time to read all the different entries and shards that you find, there's some good detail. At one point, they even incorporated the anime, the Netflix anime, popped up in the game. I don't know what I did or how I triggered it, but it was pretty dope to see. Definitely pick up Ghost if you haven't. Ghost of Tsushima is a banger of a game. I haven't played Yotai yet, but I played Ghost on PS4. It's a great game. Have you picked up Metroid Prime 4? I have not, and I don't think I will. I haven't picked up a Switch 2 yet either. So, but Metroid Prime is one of those I've played. The first Metroid I played was on my Game Boy, and Metroid. I have Metroid Prime remastered on the Switch, and I always play it, enjoy it, but then I step away from it, and anytime I go back, I have to start over because I never remember what I'm doing or where I left off. And that's kind of the it's like, part of Metroid. And I haven't played Dread. I think we have Dread. Do we have Metroid Dread? No, I don't. Bummer. I thought I did. Wait a minute. These are not in order. Whoa. The orders the order is all messed up. When I put this stuff back, I did not put it back correctly, apparently. But no, we don't have Metroid Dread, but we do have Prime. Again, it's just always have to start over. Okay, so Smash Bros. Gotta love Smash Bros, right? Here's Smash Bros. No, it's not. That's not Smash Bros. This is Smash Bros. You want to see it?
Whoa.
We have two copies of Smash Bros. We just picked that up recently along with the Smash Bros. Switch. Smash Bros. Edition Switch. The only thing that I can tell that's different are the Joy Cons. Unfortunately, not even unfortunately, because this was such a great find at the pawn shop, it did not have the cradle. So we're on the hunt for, the full thing. I'd love to have it in box one day. But for now, this and those three games were 150, which were Smash Bros, Mario Bros, U Deluxe, and Animal Crossing was the third game. Okay, I think I owe you guys another game. I was supposed to show another game. Oh man, if they bring back NBA Street, bruh. I wish they would. Games are so realistic now. It seems like they don't want to do that. The team that made the why are these stuck? I always say that Sifu was who made this. Slow Clap. They made a soccer game, didn't they? That reminded me of some elements of the EA Sports, the big era with Street and Blitz and things like that. So maybe one day we'll get back to having fun and not everything being my park in VC, but both would be amazing. You're right. All right. Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima. I just saw your message about that. What's up? Nothing. I'm talking about games, and my daughter's watching people play games.
Roblox.
Oh God, here we go again. 2K, yeah, man. Yeah, I've been off of 2K for a long time. A long time. I can't remember the last one I played for real. 2K20 is up here, but I don't think that was the last one I played. Probably 19. 19 was probably the last one I played. I think we just found 20 at the pawn shop or something like that. There's one more game. There's one more game. Let me find it. Let me find it. Um, God, that's such a tough call, bro. Play this one. This is it's between these two and this one for my favorite. Kind of like most surprising would be this one. This is kind of exactly what I thought it was. The vibes are what I was hoping for. This was unexpected. Good games, man. I like having good games. I can't even lie. 72 games and getting rid of them sounds crazy. But if I can take those 72 games and turn them into, this is going to sound outrageous, but 3 to 5 really good games, I'd be happy. That sounds insane, but I really, really am, and have been for probably a good portion of like the last year or so now, just leaning towards quantity over, excuse me, that's not even right. Quality over quantity. I don't give a shit about how many of them I have. I really care about liking and enjoying the ones that I do have. So even as I look at these PlayStation 4 games now, and 72 less than what we had before, so we're down to about if I remember correctly, I think the total is about like 235, 245 total games. Um, yeah, I'm looking at the PlayStation games and thinking, oh, there's a few more up here that could probably go. Near Automata, while I really enjoy the game and playing on the PS5, if if I pick it up on the Wii, if I pick it up on the Wii, if I pick it up on the Wii, I'm in an alternate universe. If I pick it up on the Switch, then I will sell my PlayStation version of that game. And a lot of the games that are over there because we have it on the Switch and we just didn't need it on both. Mortal Kombat 11, we have. What'd you say, baby? Oh, Mortal Kombat 11 we have, and there was a bunch. Um, Diablo was another one. Rayman was another one. Grand Theft Auto Trilogy was another one that we had on the Switch and the PlayStation, and we just don't need it for both. It, there's for one I guess exclusion would be Sonic Frontiers because we have this on the Switch, but we also have it on the PS5. And I just feel as if this is a much higher quality, I guess, a bigger upgrade over the Switch version. So I'm not going to get rid of it on the Switch, but I'm going to keep it on the PS5. A lot of the PS4 games are older. The Bioshock collection, we have that on both PlayStation and Switch, and this is a newer version of the same game with all the content. Same thing with Diablo. It was I would look at it and say, okay, what's the difference between the two games? I'm checking the copyright. The copyright was 2018 versus I don't know when on that one, and this says includes all the Diablo 3 content. I also think it has Ganondorf on there. Yeah, and the Ganondorf. Like, so there's a method to the madness. Um, it's also me leaning almost fully into Switch collecting versus going back and forth. Yeah, you got to check out Amari. It has a really good story, really good story. Yeah, it's worth playing out. It's worth taking your time, not rushing, and getting kind of lost in the story a little bit, diving into it and really connecting with the characters. It's worth it. I'd say that is worth it for the story. I like Unicorn Overlord if you're into RPGs. Um, that one has a good story. Left a little bit to be desired at the end, but with Unicorn Overlord, I found myself trying to get to the end, like pushing through. Like, let me hurry up and see how this plays out. And you can battle through real quick, and I did. And I battled through, and I got to the last boss battle, and the challenge just went crazy. Like, I just was not prepared. I had to go back and grind and get some more XP. You want to see the game? It is cool. Yep, that's the one. That's the one I fought.
How can you fight that? He was so big.
Yeah, it was crazy. It had a difficulty spike that was out of control. I had to go back and grind and figure out a way to, well, not even figure out a way. I had to go back and play every battle. So it forced me to get through it. Those people on the front with the blue hair. So that one was cool if you looking for a good RPG, but I will say it requires some grinding and you to play out some battles on that one. But story was decent. But yeah, Coffee Talk, the vibes are just unmatched. The vibes are just unmatched, man. Seattle, you got the rain, you got the lo-fi. It hits way different. I might need to turn that back on because good story, good dialogue. It's an imaginary city with very real discussions. Looking forward to Tokyo. Never been into Borderlands. Never been into Borderlands. Nah, never played it. Honestly, am I missing out? Borderlands, Far Cry. Never really played that one either. There's so many series that I have not played that people will give me so much just flack over. But that's what I get for playing sports games my whole life. Baby, can I get that Unicorn Overlord game back? Thank you, my love. Um, Mass Effect, haven't played that. Bioshock, haven't played, but playing. I was playing on the Switch. I forget. I got to jump back into that. What's another big time series? I said Far Cry. Assassin's Creed. That's probably the biggest. I've never touched Assassin's Creed, not for a moment. Somebody told me like the what was happening on the first one, some big reveal. They were like, "Yeah, you this and this is what happened." I was like, "Oh man, well, I don't need to play that," and I just left it alone at that point. My shit is all out of order. All right, so Mega Man, my friend Pedro. There's just a few games here that are Luigi's Mansion, Luminous. Somebody told me last live stream that I have OCD, and I said, "Yeah, yeah, probably right. Probably right." And a regular in this stream is a viewer by the name of Beans Pond Toast, and he said that he organizes his games by release date. Mine's are in alphabetical order, but I think that organizing them by release date is pretty dope. Pretty dope. And I thought about doing that. Here's what I'm thinking about doing now, though. And first thought was maybe if I organize them by genre, if I'm feeling like, oh, I want to play RPG, I'll go to that section. What I'm thinking about doing though is organizing them by, is it developer that's on the side of this thing right here? I don't know. Let me know if this is a developer, producer, whatever this company is. But organizing them by that, um, all the Ubisoft, all the Nintendo, all the WB games, Devolver, just having, because I like the idea of that aesthetic to the eye. Everything saying Nintendo across the side, um, Bandai Namco, all that across the side, and then so by developer and then by title alphabetically, or maybe release date. Maybe release date, because if I do it by release date, things like super rare and limited run, the numbers would be in order. What y'all think? Yeah. I did play through that, Valiant J. The Unicorn Overlord. Yep, I played through it on the backlog binge on the shorts for sure, and it was a good game. That's the first game. Currently, I think the only game that we played to completion on the backlog binge. It didn't stay on the backlog very long, but yeah, we definitely got through it. Borderlands 3, I played. The story is kind of over the top. All right, yeah. Nice little shooter. I like that. I like that. Madness. Happy Monday. Hope all is well. Thank y'all for hitting the like button. Thank y'all for answering the question, too. You okay? Funny kid, boy. Okay, so maybe, no, because I got Mario. Bro, I'm really thinking about doing that. I'm going to put these in order right now. But as the day goes on, I might rearrange these just to put them in order by developer, because that just sounds fun to me. And the truth is, I'm starting to recognize the more I collect, the more I pay more attention to things and details and things like developers. I'm starting to recognize I really like Devolver. I really like, is it Serenity Forge? Yeah, Serenity Forge. Atlas is another great one. There was another one, and I know the ones that I don't like. Game Mill, Outright Games. I know I like NIS. So to have those lined up and to go, okay, I know what Serenity Forge typically brings to the table. Let me go see that. I know I'm looking for a story, RPG, good artwork, NIS, Atlas. And I kind of buy games based on that too. So I think to line them up that way would be pretty dope. Too many options, right? Change it up, keep switching it up. Oh, I know. I'm just closing the curtain, my girl. Oh, my dog is outside going crazy. It's a Persona. Yeah, I've been looking at Persona for a minute. I just don't know where to begin with Persona. Do I start with 1? Do I start with 3? Persona 5? And what's P5 Striker? Like, I have no idea with Persona. Xenoblade Chronicles is one that I want to check out. Don't know why, but that's one I want to check out. I wouldn't even know where to begin with that one either. There's so many games, man, that I still want to. Mario, Rabbids, Mario, and Sonic that I still want to play. Ooh, all right. Metroid. Oh, Monster Hunter. Marvel. Man, I am feeling absolutely empty. I should have eaten something. Boy, oh boy. This is one I don't play enough. I should really dive into this because the few moments that I have spent with it, I really enjoyed. I need to play that at some point. P5 Strikers is a different style. I see. Woo. Working on that core. Ooh, be strong, my girl. I need another seat. My daughter took my seat. Let me see if I can't set this one up and it not look too weird. Let's see. Been standing up for hours at this point. Pull y'all in. Yeah, I do actually. You want some? There you go. Mm-hmm. I was just trying to get your attention.
I was trying to turn away. Please.
Hold on. There you go. You're welcome. Nothing even matters at all. Cool. All right. That feels low to the ground, but this is better. Anyway. But yeah, now you can see the shelf that I took from here. There's a lot of open space. Not sure what's going to go here. Oh, yes, I am. Yes, I am. I know what's going to go here. Comic books. I have all of my comic books stacked over here, and I'm just going to stack them in here. And just because. Just going to stack them right there in that empty space. You don't have it on. You're close. And this is playing. I'll get it for you. Can I? Oh, there you go. Can we make sure Daddy gets that back? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, okay. Oh yeah. I don't even attempt to try to play through them all. That's why the completion of Unicorn Overlord was for me such a big deal because I just don't play them all like that. So this thing's on. So to get through that game, I don't know. I just felt like I put it back on the shelf, but I was for a minute going back and forth like, what do I do with this game? How do I display it? Should I flip it upside down so it stands out? Because this is the first one that I picked up and just went right into and played and got through. I also played through this pretty quickly. I'm surprised at how fast I actually stuck with this and played through Dead Cells. This is another good one. And it has a lot of expansions too that if you want to spend the time and the money on, you could probably like Castlevania and stuff like that. But this was a good game. I enjoyed it. And I'm not ashamed to say that I turned on the little helpful things just so I can get through it. Because I'm about playing the games and enjoying the games and not so much getting my ass kicked by the game. That's where I'm at with Nier Automata. Like, God, this is a good game. I love the music and the vibes and all of this, but do I really want to deal with this punishment? And usually the answer is no. This I need to open at some point because I just do. And it has this big tear in the thing here, which has always made me kind of sad. GameStop really got me with that one. But one day we'll open that. This is one of those games that I know I'm not gonna play for real because I can recall PS1 playing Tomb Raider and not loving the puzzles and how extensive they were. Some of these games is just a simple. I play it and I like it and I'll stick with it. I'll play it and I like it, or I'll play it and I say this is cool, and I'll put it away and never touch it again. But I'll know it'll be there, and maybe one day I'll come back to it. I probably won't, but maybe I will. Um, it takes a lot to hold my attention, and there's just too many other good games and titles and franchises that I haven't played that I would love to jump into. So I don't stick with the game for too long if I don't really like it. You see something else you need, my girl? What?
I need Bowser.
Bowser.
It was like this one.
Got it.
Why did Mary get this peach? The red peach is in there.
Oh yeah, Princess Peach is up there. You want to open it?
Yeah.
Day's going well, man. Thank you. Shout out to you, Daniel. Hold on one second. Excuse me?
How do you know he's talking?
I'm reading the words on the screen. Okay. Bean wants this. So we're going to open this.
Yay,
Oh, here, you open it. You can open it.
yeah, I know.
Go for it. Facts. Easily. I easily collect more than I play. It's not even close. It's rare that I play it. It's a given I'm going to pick it up. But it's rare that I'll play it. You need some help? I got you. Son of a bitch. This just cut me. I think there's a peach with like no legs that's supposed to be worth more money. Do you know anything about that?
Yay.
Enjoy, my girl. No, Valiant J. Souls games are not it. That's another one that's up there. Dark Souls 3 is one of the 72 games that I'm getting rid of. Don't play the Souls games, my friend. I just don't do it. I tried Elden Ring. I tried it. And it just kept telling me, you died, you died, you died. I said, all right, man, I get it. This is supposed to be challenging. I get it. But come on, bruh. Like, I'm sure there are a lot of people who get, obviously, there are a lot of people who enjoy that type of game and get satisfaction out of, conquering those challenges. And I can understand what that does to the brain and to the body, and like you really accomplish something. I'm trying to go outside at some point, and I'm not even that. I'm just not trying to be frustrated by a game. This is why I don't play online. Not because I don't like the challenge. I'm all for a challenge. That's fine. But I don't want to hear it sometimes, bro. I just want to play this game and like, oh, this is cool. And sometimes I want to power trip and just, Bean, can I have some of that water before you push it too far back? A little bit of that. Thank you. Sometimes I just want to power trip and Souls games don't really allow me to do that. Daniel Joyce just got the Switch 2. Very nice. Very nice. What you playing on there, man? You got Metroid Prime 4. That's a new banger, right? I still don't think Mario Kart was worth 80. I still haven't picked up a Switch 2. And there's nothing on there that I want to play. And if I do pick it up, it would be just so that, to my understanding, these games would run better on the Switch 2. So that would be my only reason for picking it up. Brought Elden Ring and installed it, played the opening, and was amazed by the graphics that turned it off because I don't have the time for it. And that's the other thing, Daniel. I don't know if you're playing Elden Ring on the Switch 2. Uh, that's just it. It's like those games. They say, "Oh, Cyberpunk is on the Switch 2." Cyberpunk has been around for a long time, and I'm not gonna be excited that I can now play it on a Switch. I'm just not. I'm just not. I'm not gonna be excited that there's Elden Ring is on the Switch now. That's that's just not it for me. Those games have been available for me, somebody who's been primarily a PlayStation gamer for, I mean, since late into the PS3 cycle. Um, so yeah, those games have already always been there. So I'm not excited about seeing them on the Switch, and I'm not playing them. The Hitman and Yakuza. I beat Elden Ring, but I had my companions to help me. Nice, very cool. Gotta help out, man. Hitman and Yakuza. Are you saying you see them? Yakuza's right. You can't see Yakuza. Oh wait, is that like on the Switch too? I got you. I got you. That's the games you picked up. I'm sorry. I'm processing. Yeah, I didn't care for Cyberpunk very much. Oh man, Cyberpunk is such a good game, man. It's so good. The story is so good. Now listen, if you haven't played it and it doesn't grab you, then by all means, I get it. But that's one of my all-time favorites is Cyberpunk. Young Lay TV, what's good? What's good, man? Hope all is well. Thank y'all for hitting the like button. I appreciate it. All is good, man. We did some changes to the room, Young Lay TV. We got 72 PS4 games that are no longer over here. They're now over there. It's a huge 2 stacks of PlayStation 4 games. So all we have left are, damn, how many do we have left? Let me count them. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16, 18, 22, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 30. Wait, what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16, 18, 22, 4, 6, 8, 32, 4, 6, 8, 42, 4, 6, 8, 52, 4, 6, 8, 62, 4, 6, 8. 7, 4, 6, 8. Well, 104 is where we're at. So that's a good portion. That's a good portion of the collection that we got rid of. We started with the goal of 51, and then it quickly got up to 76. We went through games that, first of all, we figured we weren't ever going to play, had no desire to really mess with. We went through those first. And then we started looking at games that we had for the Switch and the PlayStation 4 and just kept the ones for the Switch and considered the other one, the PlayStation version, a double. So we'll go ahead and get those out of here. So we got up to 72, which is solid, bro. Damn near half. Damn near half of the PS4 collection. There's also some games that we have. Like I have The Last of Us Part 1 and 2 on PS5 physical. So we don't need the PS4. Batman, AEW. Batman was one that we have on the Switch that we haven't opened yet. Where are you at? We have the Arkham trilogy. I might be Batman with that catch. That's all it takes. I don't really got to fight crime for real. I just got to make incredible game drop save catches like that. And I'm Batman. but we have this on the Switch. We haven't opened this yet. We picked this up Black Friday last year. Why do I buy these fucking games, bro? Haven't played this yet. But that was considering the other one a double. We got rid of that one. And yeah, we got a lot of them out of here. BioShock collection. We called that a double. Got that out of here. Can't think of what else, but there was some more. Mortal Kombat, some other stuff. I have 250 PS4 games and 180 Xbox One and 100 PS3. Doing the math, it's a shit ton. It's a lot of games. That's dope, man. That's real dope. I like the Batman on the Switch, but Arkham Knight doesn't run well. The other two games weren't great though. Good to know. Good to know. Yeah, Daniel, that's what's up, man. I think my local pawn shop likes me too. I might have to swing up there today just to say, what's up. See if they pulled anything else up off the shelf. The local pawn shop is I've hit at my local pawn shop, and it's a small town, so um, it's pretty amazing when I think about the odds that I found this stuff at. Not only recently though, but most of the stuff that I found, most of these games were found at the pawn shop outside of my city. But locally, I found the Tears of the Kingdom Zelda OLED Switch in box at my local pawn shop. I found the what is this called? The Smash Bros. Switch. I just found that recently at the pawn shop. They have the Animal Crossing edition Switch up there with the dock and everything. No box, but with the dock. I didn't pick that up because we found that locally on Facebook. What else did we find at this local pawn shop? We found a bunch of Switch games up there. They always really, they're pretty good about giving me a good price when I go up there. But yeah, I usually go pretty crazy at the pawn shop around here. And I would go crazy at all the other ones too. I just live so far away from them. That's the only reason why I don't hit them every day. I'm curious to know, Daniel, of your favorite PS3 game. And of that 100, do you happen to have Afro Samurai? Because that's on my board of games that I'm trying to find for the PS3. Xbox One games, $5. Yep. Yep. That's usually how it goes. They're trying to get them things up out of there. Those PS3 games, especially. $5 for the Xbox One. That's what my PS4 collection came from, the pawn shop. They would always just be like $5. They would always have them listed for 8 at one. So I would go to 2 different pawn shops, same chain, USA Pawn, but 2 different locations. One always had a sticker on there and had it listed for 8. The other wouldn't have a sticker on there, but anytime I would go in and buy them, I would get them for 5. The one that had them for 8, they would always give them to me for 5 also. Like, yo, when you do 5, they always gave them to me for 5. So and they didn't look them up. PlayStation 4, 5. The other one, when they had PS3 games, $1. They were just $1. We just don't want them here. You can for $1. Never look them up. The Switch games, they would keep behind the register and they would always look them up. But they would typically, hey, what do you want to give me for it? And we would work it out. But the pawn shop is where most of the collection came from. I've only recently, probably this previous year, started purchasing things from places like Bookman's and GameStop, but usually with store credit that I've gotten from trading in other stuff. Nice for the 360. That's what's up. I'm trying to find that for the PS3. I'm trying to find that for the PS3, and I'm trying to find Samurai Jack for the Switch. And I had Samurai Jack in hand at convention recently, and I just didn't want to pay $100 for it, so I left it there. And I probably should just did it because I haven't seen it. That was the first time I saw it, and I haven't seen it since. an Afro Samurai I saw at Bookman's on PS3, but it was disc only, and I just can't do that. Can't do it. I won't do it. They always ask for Switch because Switch games go so quickly. They really do run up out of there pretty fast. The fact that this pawn shop was cool enough to give me these 3 Switch games, which are like, I don't know, only thing that you can get in here that would be better than this is probably like a Zelda thrown in here. But these are 3 pretty solid Switch games from like the 30 to 40 range for those 3. And the Switch, or excuse me, the Smash Bros. Switch itself for 150, which if you haven't seen it, I put the short up on the playlist of me finding this. But for 150 for those items, I think that's pretty solid. I think that's pretty solid. My hope is that I can sell the games for like 90, and then the Smash Bros. Switch is really only costing me about like $60, which is, loose. I think that thing goes for about 170. So it's a really good deal. And if I can't sell them for 90, I'll hold on to them and I'll trade them for something that I really want. I think if I swap those 3 games for 1 Grail off of this board here, I'd be happy with that too. Unfortunately, my local pawn shop doesn't have that many games though, where I can walk up to it with a stack of 10 games. They don't have that. They might have 10 games total. Like they don't have a lot of games. So I walk in there, there's a case, and if you again check out the game or the shorts, because you'll see me walk right into the pawn shop, and there's a case that has all their gaming stuff. A glass case. It's not a big pawn shop. It's really small. But the glass case right there is where they keep all the games, and they usually only have about anywhere from 8 to 10 total. And it's been the same 8 games for the last, I don't know, 2 months. Nice. Mario U game 70. Ouch. I mean, damn. That seems like too much. Maybe I'm tripping. But that seems like too much money. I have Steam, but Steam should have it to where you can trade in your old digital games. I mean, that'd be nice, but that's just not how digital works. Trade what, you know what I mean? Like there's nothing to trade. There's nothing to trade. If they wanted, they should provide you free upgrades, maybe, but there's nothing to trade. It's almost in the same realm. Bong, Bong Toes is crazy. It's a crazy name. It's almost in the same realm of like 2K and Madden every year. Like, could you imagine if they had a trade up system? Like, hey, you bought that last year, okay, give you the new one this year. They're not gonna do that. They will soon when it becomes free to play. Oh man, a pawn shop down the street from the college. Bruh. I know them kids be going in there every other Friday. Traded in my entire childhood because we going bar hopping. Damn. Jeez, those kids, bro. How long have we been at this? Damn, we've been doing this for 78 minutes. That's a long time. Doesn't feel like work though, but it is a long time. Well, it doesn't feel like work. I feel like I need a meal break. This has been a long morning. That's what's up. That's what's up. If only mine was by college. I'm not. I should try to find. I should go to one by the college. I'm gonna start hitting them up. It's just a nice little drive. It's like a 30-minute drive to get near the college. But that makes sense when I think about where the pawn shops are. They are all in that general area. Tempe, Mesa, all up in there. Phoenix, of course. Did you tell me your favorite game? Y'all always asking me, what's your favorite game on that PS3, man? But yeah, I'm trying to find that Afro Samurai. And the more I look at these games, I just think I need to put them in order because that's driving me nuts now. Every time I look at it, this this wave of names is driving me absolutely bonkers. Huh. Oh, I just think it would look better for just all set Nintendo or all set Sega, or if my super rare games were in order, all three of them. hmm. The Witcher 3. That's another game that is up there because we have it on the Switch. This is one that I'm confident I know will play better on the PS4. No doubt about it. Load times, everything else will be better on the PS4. I know this, but I'm still just going to keep this over the PlayStation version because it's not about anything other than if I have it on both, I'm going to keep this one. Just not going to hold on to the PlayStation one. I've been playing the shit out of NBA Jam on PS3. Nice. Very nice. I miss NBA Jam. That game used to get a lot of my quarters back in the day, man. That's how old I am. I was feeding that machine like crazy. As it, have you ever used a Sonos speaker? This is not an advertisement, but I've been using that speaker for 10 plus years, and it still sounds really, really good. All Pro Football was a good one. On my game hunting playlist, I found that a bunch of PS3 games at a pawn shop. Some guy, while I was paying for games, tells me, I have a bunch of games back at my house. You want to come check them out? So I follow this guy, and he had a bunch of PS3 games, and All Pro Football was in there. Yep, for sure. Yeah, Sonos speakers are top tier, man. It's I still need to find a sub, not find. I haven't seen a Sonos in a while like that. I need to get a subwoofer. I've never picked up a subwoofer. I have the sound bar and two play ones, all first gen. Like this stuff is old, really old, but it sounds so good. But I need a sub. I've never had the Sonos subwoofer, and it still sounds amazing. It's always in a small space. I always thought the subwoofer would be overkill, but one of these days I'll pick one up. They're just so expensive. What you smiling at? Oh, you doing something over there.
Look.
Very nice, Daniel. Nice. Very cool. Very cool. I haven't downstairs we don't have I think we have a 5.1 downstairs. It's is it Poke? I don't know, man. I I really like piecing my stuff together. So I couldn't even tell you what it all is. It's I think it is Poke, right? Hold on. I got the joints right here. Let me see. right? Is that what this is? Yeah. Whoa, almost broke the seat. Yeah, it's Polk Audio. Here's the cover for it because I took these off of the speakers. But it was something that I found on, I want to say OfferUp. I got um, 2 standing speakers, the center speaker, subwoofer, and a beautiful Denon um, receiver. All of it on OfferUp for really, really cheap, man. Really cheap. Greens Pond Toast. Hello. Good day to you. Hope all is well. And I set it up, and then later on, I got another subwoofer for dirt cheap. I can't remember the name of that subwoofer, but that one just hits so crazy hard that I took the Polk Audio one out, and I use that one now. So yeah, we have, because I already had the 2 in the wall, so I have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5.1. But really, it was all. I think I paid like, oh man, I want to say maybe 250, maybe 300 for just a booming system. It is booming, bro. I just got lucky, and the lady was really nice. I just moved into the city, was trying to put stuff together for the house, and the lady was just like, "Yeah, you want these speakers? If you want the speakers, give it to him for 50, but nobody else, just him." I was like, okay. She was mad nice. So I went to the bank and like, let me just get another. I'm never gonna find a deal like this ever again. Let me go get this money for you. They do. The speakers hit, and they hit crazy. And I have one in the garage that I found. I can't remember the specs on it, but it was a and I don't even know why I bought it when I think about it. It was just too good of a deal to pass up. It's a newer Polk standing speaker, and I found it on an auction. I should have kept it in the box. I didn't. I took it out, but it's beautiful. And I paid like $50 for it, and it's been in the garage forever. And it's just sitting in there getting dusty. It wasn't here, just taking up space. I figured maybe at some point I'll find another speaker, but I haven't. So if one of the other speakers goes out, I'll just use that one. In the meantime, it's just a towering speaker in the garage doing nothing. Yeah, and Bose is really good about replacing that stuff too. If something goes wrong with that, you take it up to a Bose store, they'll get you right. I have a set of Bose headphones that are at least 10 years old to this point that I still love. They're wired, so I can only use them for certain things, but I use them when I connect them to my PlayStation or something like that. I don't see anything. Oh, there I am. Am I a reindeer? I see it. Yeah, it made out amazing on that. Amazingly. Like she was really nice. It was a weird setup though. It was like a warehouse. I think it may have been something they were using in the warehouse or something, and they were just kind of shutting down at that warehouse and they hooked it up, man. I was so happy when I got home. I came home. That's you? I don't like that picture. That looks too grown up. I like it when you like a kiddo. I don't want you to be grown up so fast. Came home and immediately jumped to the fight scenes in Avengers Endgame to see how it hit. Oh yeah, I don't like those, baby. No, no handhelds, no Steam. Only handhelds I have are these. Whoa, again. My only handhelds, my PSP and my PSP Go. um, it's my only handhelds. I have a. That's it. Everything else is Switch, which is I guess a handheld when you want it to be. There's a Nintendo DS sitting right here. In a very pretty pink. But no Steam Decks, no allies. Um, I just really don't game that heavy, and I'm just not big on the digital. I like the physical media. So that kind of takes me out of it with those games, those consoles and things. I would like to set up a PC, but not so much for gaming, more so I can go live with like I can press a button and be ready to go versus me doing everything from my phone. Speaking of phones, look, this battery, yeah, we okay. Battery's all right. Battery's okay. Rokit Max or glasses and playing the Rogue Ally on it is sweet. Oh, so is that like a something you wear? Is that put like a infinity size screen in front of you? Something crazy like that. PSP was amazing. Mini docks. Oh, dope. Really dope. Nah, I've never really gotten so if I get into anything like that, in all honesty, I probably would again, I just really like the physical space. I might mod a PSP, but that's probably the extent of anything I would do. Um, aside from buying the physical games. Even if I mod it, I would still want the physical game. So like what's the point? But to play on the go, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind it being modified.
Dada.
300 is crazy. 300 is crazy, bruh. That's dope. See, that's almost too future for me. That's too much like Minority Report. Enter the Matrix for real. Let me check this poll. Where we at? Oh yeah, never enough games. I feel that 65% said never enough games. Makes sense. No earbuds? Man, they thought everything. How much does something like that cost me? Retail. I'm curious. How much is that going to run me? Because I'm not my next big purchase is a camera. I really want the um, what is it called? That DJI Osmo Pocket, I think it is. That's going to be my next big purchase. If I can sell, maybe selling these games might put me in a position to buy it. Um, who knows? But that would be my next major purchase. I really, nothing works for me right now. My GoPro 9 is, the battery is like full, battery's at like 70%, but it tells me battery's low, shutting down. The audio doesn't work properly. The camera on this one, I don't know what it looks like to you, but as far as the visual on it, but it rarely, hardly works. It takes me a long time to get ready to go live. I have to tap the screen, hit the camera, turn it off and on, and all this other stuff because it's broken. It's an old phone, and it would just be cheaper to get a new phone than it would be to replace the camera. But I also don't use it for anything other than this. So I don't see the point in buying a new phone. Um, but I would love to just grab my camera, have it work, and go. And that Pocket one is one I've been looking at for a little while now. Is it like the Pocket 3, I think it's called, or something? I've been looking at it, but I don't even know the name of it. Oh, nice, 230. That's not bad at all. The face you make when you just picked up, yeah, it's 0.5. Okay. Uh, yeah, I bet 230 is not bad at all. 230 is not bad at all for a new toy. But yeah, but that's Black Friday. That's like what, 40% off? What's it running usually? 399, 400, something like that. What are y'all talking about, bro? Yeah, 3D movies. See, damn, I don't even need to be that immersed, bro. Maybe I do need to be that immersed. I haven't been that immersed, so I don't know. The last time I was on something like that,